Autism sprinter, think equity, yeah. It's time to give the power back to the people. We're fighting to make our beliefs equal. Look at the failed policies and how they treat you. We got strength, yeah, we're far from feeble. This is for anyone with autism or a disability. Time to unite, show them how strong our will can be. Move readily, we're promoting equity. A non-profit platform, that's the recipe. Now throw your hands up, we finally got a winner. Think equity with autism sprinter. Now throw your hands up, we finally got a winner. Think equity with autism sprinter. It's time to make a change. It's time to stand up for what we believe in. Equality and equity across the board. No matter your race, nation, or creed, disability, or your needs. Yes, it gotta be equal. It gotta be right.
Good evening, guys. Thank you for joining us. This week is pretty special at some of our friend networks, right? So it's Mental Health Week. And as we know, that COVID has done some really weird things to many of our households. We have seen that a lot of our students, children, youth in our communities are dealing with a lot of things manifested during COVID because some of us were ripped away from our daily routines. And it really impacted the children and the youth in our communities and in our schools. And so I'm super honored to have Fabian on. As you can see scrolling at the bottom, Fabian works as a multicultural outreach specialist at PPAL. And she's also a special education advocate for decoding dyslexia at C-Plan. So she works hard, guys. This woman works hard on making sure that the community is aware of the services that are available to us, our children, and most importantly, advocating at the State House to making sure that our politicians are doing right by our community. And so without further ado, I would love to introduce you guys to Fabian, who can tell you guys about what's happening at PPAL this week and how we can support her as a community and also family members knowing who to call and who to reach out if you can benefit from these supports.
Great. Perfect. Thank you so much, Hera. It's a pleasure to be here with you. I just wanted to make a correction. I'm not an outreach. I'm a family specialist for PPAL. So, but I'm okay. I can do the outreach because I'm always in the community doing outreach and helping families. So I can carry the hat in different ways, especially in the Boston areas, in the Haitian community, or any other communities that I'm around. So I'm always doing outreach. So it is an honor to be with you in the platform, always talking about education, our families, and our most needs students with our special abilities and gifts. I always telling them with the gifts that they do have. But tonight, this afternoon, today, which is special, and we're always talking, especially for the past 2.5 years, that COVID kind of opened so much cans that people never really know that, we had, which is mental health. And now everybody's talking about mental health. And this week, coming out from May 1st until May 7th, is Children's Mental Health Awareness that we are going to celebrate and bring that and kind of break the stigma. Because people always thinking that, mental health is where people thinking about you're crazy, you're sick, and things like that. It's not that. It's kind of a taboo in our culture, right? When you're talking about, mental health, they're thinking that, the kids, nothing's wrong with you. You're just doing that. Or parent are saying or people are thinking it in the shush, they don't want you to know about it. But that's not true. And if I would say definitely visit our website, www.ppal.net. Just to give a little bit background about PPAL, which is Parent Professional Advocacy League. We've been around for about 30 years, and we've been doing servicing, leading in the public voice for families whose children have emotional, behavior, and mental health. So that's kind of been a big bag of a breakdown on us, and we help families in the whole in Massachusetts. We're like a statewide. We have two big offices, one in Waltham and in Worcester. We support families in so many different levels, not just in the mental health, in the education system. We do advocacy, we do family support, we help with the youth, we do training in the help in the juvenile justice system, we do the research, the transition, communication, and also the outreach. So we have a lens of different ways that we support families on that. But go back to the mental health system. So we know that suicide is the second cause of death in youth aged 10 to 24. That is the second, not second, of the second lead cause. And this is big. And we're seeing so many young people are trying to take their life because it's so imperative to see, like, they're crying for help. And then now there's not enough resources. There's not enough support out there. There's not enough therapists out there to help them. And one in five, kids age, even younger, they're looking for they have some serious illness, mental illness, and they're looking for therapists and looking like community, black and brown, to help our kids. It's so rare to find that.
Right.
And even us, we're looking for therapists for ourselves to help for the kids.
Right.
It's so hard for that, so it's like, for this week, I just wanted people to know, talk to your kids when they're crying for help. Don't shut them down, because kids cry for help in so many different ways. Talk about mental health, like even for yoga, go for a walk, because that help. The mental health stages, every little things that you do, it helps. So wearing green, I have like my green ribbons with me. Wearing green, light up green, like the whole city, different. And we have the bridge, Zickham Bridge. We have City Hall on Sunday is going to light up green. We have so many offices light up green. Some organization, churches, after school program, they doing activities. Nursing home are doing activities just to bring that awareness, because everyone, I cannot say that, someone in their family is dealing with a mental health in their family. So I cannot stress that enough. How can we help the children? Because we've seen this now. I cannot imagine the next 2-3 years, the impact we're going to be able to see, how young people is going to go, because it's going to be probably more devastated than what we
have work to do, Fabian, right? We have, one thing I've been learning about this work is that, a lot, like you're saying, the immigrant families and families that are coming from this another country that are undocumented, they're not given full health insurance, right? So they don't get coverage for certain type of supports like mental health, even though Mass Health Limited is given. They still can't find a therapist, right? It's a lot. And what can we do? I know for Autism Sprinter, we're going to change our background. We're going to put it green. What can we do as community members, parents? Is there like an action week that you guys are doing? Do we call our legislators? Do we send emails? Where can we find all the stuff on your website?
Yeah, definitely going to the website www.ppal.net. Just go to there. There's a calendar. There's an action change you can do. Like, every day you can just share something in social media and tag us on ppal.net and take a picture of green. Like, whether your dog, put a green ribbon on it. Like, you can make colors of like posters and let know that, mental health awareness, it's not a taboo. Just talk to your kids about that. It's okay not to be okay. Like, there is support out there. There is help out there. Like, when you feel isolated, and kids, they look up to parents to know how to deal with stress and anxiety. They look up to us. When we are stressed, who do we turn to? Because our kids, they're going to look and turn to us. So we need to model that to them. So to have that conversation with them and to say that it's okay not to be okay. Because when they have that anxiety, that that depression, and to have that conversation with them. Go for a walk, you know, go for ice cream. Like, like instead of thinking about, like, when things are hard, instead of thinking about to think that the whole world is going to be shattered to them. Like, if it's music they have to listen to, that's okay. Let's go for a run, listen to music, throw out the room out, and then let's cleaning up together. Let's cook together. Let's make ice cream or bake. Like, I do things like that with my daughter when she's shut down. That she wants to bake. I let her, okay, hey, go ahead.
We
She will
just
bake or
gotta
whatever
be
she wants to. She bake. I said, okay, yeah, she bake, and she did, even though she doesn't eat, but that's a mechanism of distress. I let her do it. So her kids, they look for different things. Sometimes she cook for her friends. I said, go ahead. But that's how she wants to do things, and she may not want to, like, her anxiety. I know what trigger anxiety, and I know sometimes I have to give her space, but every kids learn different ways. But what other ways, look even for ourselves, what other ways that we have to look for that support. Look
right.
for small groups. If it's small groups, we have to look for some small group for the youth, because the youth needs support, and they
And
are the driving
for
thrive of it.
things. Right. Sign them up for things. There's so many programs in Boston that are free that find ways for your child to engage, right? Get them out
Yep.
the house. Like, and it doesn't have to, I think that sometimes we feel like it's difficult to do things, and it's also like kind of what you said, Fabian, is some of us are not only are our children going through stuff, but the parents cups are full, and it's so hard because you have a child going through something, you have a parent whose cup is full, who's trying to pay the bills, who's trying to stay afloat, making sure they're not drowning, right? And it's a lot. But I love the basic tools that you're giving us and to put in our toolkit. Take a walk, it's okay. Go get your favorite ice cream, it's okay. And if that means not cleaning your room or clean it, it's
It's
okay.
okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay
Right.
not to be okay. And if it's a family member you want to talk to a family member, but letting know that, at this time this week, let's celebrate that. Like,
Right.
we have autism week, autism month, we have dyslexia month, but we have, mental health week, mental health month. I'm gonna say mental health year, because
Right.
every day we deal with mental health issues,
Right.
every day, because the kids are dealing with COVID, they're dealing with the whole school system that is,
On a
going back and forth on that. The school is so imperative on them. The whole world, they feel like it's shattered. It's like, there's, what are they living for? But
right.
and what I love about PAL, and we have a support system. We have it for the youth, we have it for the parents, and especially even for the immigrant families. And and what PAL has to offer, we have a support system. Like, if one, I cannot support you, or I don't know, we have partners who will be able to just help you and guide you, and in where we can be able to just say, okay, you know what, we're going to be able to just find solutions for you and guide you and support you, what either way. And it's the same thing we do with sibling too. It's the same way, autism is the same way. Every organization who does this kind of work, that's what we do. But letting you know that, the skills that you are going to learn is not just something we are going to give it to you, but we're going to teach you how
Right.
to empower on that. And we always, I would say, definitely visit our website. We always have some things going on. We have a conference coming up in June. You're going to learn so many different things. They have things about mental health, they have things for the youth, they have things for autism, they have so many different things that's happening. And that's going to be on June 3rd. You'll see, learn about her conferences that's coming up. And the tickets going to be out pretty soon, and they're not that expensive. And then
Mhm.
we're making it for the families,
Right.
so they can be. And we have support group for the families. We have it in English and in Spanish. We have so many different ways that we can make it, like, and even for the immigrant families as well too. So we're not saying no for to no one. And
Right.
all the services that we're doing, they all welcome. We make sure that, everyone, we call them families because they are families. They're not cases, they're not, they're not any of those because we are taking them to the core, and that's how we make sure that everyone voices do come to the table and they do matters, and that's what we're gonna do from the babies all the way to the adults. So we'll continue to just do what we do best.
That's awesome. So, Fabian, close us out, and again, tell us where to find you. Is there email? There's a phone number. I know you said the website. Where, close us out and tell us where we can find this information.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. So we, again, as I said, it's a statewide organization. We have 2 offices. We are in Worcester, in Waltham. The Waltham office is in 77 in Rumford Avenue in Waltham, and the phone number you can call us at is 866-815-8122, and the Massachusetts phone number is in 508-767-9725. Again, the website is www.ppal.net, and we're always looking for families. If you have any issues or anything, we do have an intake on the website, whether for schools, whatever the case is, that issues that you might have, fill it out, and then one of the FSS families will be able to just contact you and then reply back to you to support you with other ways that will be able to help you on that. So I want to say thank you to you. Always a pleasure to chat with you, and thank you again for supporting Children Mental Health Week, and I cannot wait to see your pictures and your kids' pictures and the dog pictures and social media, and even in Wendorf area, so that's supporting us. So I want to say thank you, and always answer her calls for supporting a parent or another who's just navigating the system, which is not an easy space to navigate. Thank you.
No problem. All right, guys. Thank you, Fabian. We look forward to it. Check out our social media. We're going to light it up green on our social media. We're going to wear green on Monday to stand in solidarity with PPAL, right? And this is awesome. Good night, guys.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Autism sprinter. Think equity. Yeah. It's time to give the power back to the people. We're fighting to make our beliefs equal. Look at the failed policies and how they treat you. We got strength, yeah, we're far from feeble. This is for anyone with autism or a disability. Time to unite, show them how strong our will can be. Move readily, we're promoting equity. A non-profit platform, that's the recipe. Now throw your hands up, we finally got a winner. Think equity with autism sprinter. Now throw your hands up, we finally got a winner. Think equity with autism sprinter. It's time to make a change. It's time to stand up for what we believe in. Equality and equity across the board. No matter your race, nation, or creed, disability, or your needs. Yes, it gotta be equal. It gotta be right.